When your mind is working at 100% capacity, it is one of the most amazing inventions ever made. But when it isn't, it is one of the most devious things that can corrupt any man. That is the main message that King ISO is putting off with this album. This album is called Dementia, and I just want to say this before I go any further. This album is the album of 2018. There will probably not be another album to hit the caliber of a message that this album is putting off. A lot of rappers are coming out talking about their mental illness, and that does not disregard the importance of you putting it out there for your fans and stressing it for people that are out there feeling alone. But ISO hits it a little bit harder than you guys do, because he doesn't just talk about one specific mental illness. He's speaking for the group of people that feel the same way he does, lost, alone, depressed, anxious, angry, for no reason. Everything. This man was committed to a mental institution and lost his memories, after a majority of his memories, after taking so many drugs. At least that's what it said in the lyrics. Now, take it for what you will, but honestly, if you decide to make yourself better, and in turn want to make your fans better people as they're listening to your music, that has already nailed you as one of the most inspirational artists of all time. I have to at least say that, because if no one knows about this music, there might be someone going through the same kind of struggles that he's talking about, and they need a voice to let them be carried through the fire. And that is exactly what ISO is for his fans and newcomers alike. He is the voice that carries them through the fire. This album starts off with two skits, one of them being a poem that ISO had written called In Hell. And then the second is a skit of him walking into the house talking to himself, which in turn goes into the first song, which is called Remember Me. Now, this is a back and forth between old ISO and new ISO, the one that was constantly inflicted with pain, suffering, and not really knowing what to do with it, and the new one that wants to make himself better and progress himself forward. Now, a lot of people can make songs like this, talking about the things that that you really can't talk about to other people. T.I. did it with T.I. versus T.I.P. Basically, the real man of being involved with the music industry and wanting to make himself better and forget the life that he had once lived, versus the gangster drug dealer. It's been done before, but ISO did it to the point where it was talking about his mental illness and the things of him not wanting to go back to the life that he lived once before. The song after this is called Won't Remember Shit, abbreviated by WRS. A lot of songs on this album are abbreviated, but that doesn't take away from the impact that each one of the songs has. Now, this is just a feel-good song. It's him and his buddies lyrically flexing on it, and it's really cool. The chorus is really catchy, and you would think that a chorus like this wouldn't be able to be duplicated without making the beat sound the same again. You would be wrong. This album has a lot of catchy choruses. And another one of them is on Brain Scanned, which is basically ISO saying, pay me what I'm worth. If you think that you're going to get something from me for free, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. You're crazier than I am. And another one is Fam, and holy cow, that song is like one of the hardest hitting on the album. The chorus is amazing. The lyrics, this man is lyrically inclined to be one of the best. he had a spearmint line, bump your gums. It was hilarious. This man has puns and lyrics for days. Another impact heavy song is called Like Me, which is basically him stressing the importance of when he was younger, he felt as if no one was like him. And he felt a little neglected as being the middle child. And also with him moving from several states. If I remember correctly from when he was talking about his issues with brain sick, he said that he was from Rhode Island originally. So him going from the East Coast all the way over to Nebraska, that's a long, long way. And the fact that his mother was there, like, that's really tough shit to deal with. And if you feel neglected as a child and you don't want to talk to your mother because mainly she's working so much to make sure you continue living where you're at, it's very difficult to bring those issues to light without feeling like a burden. And that is maybe one of the reasons why ISO started to have his mental decline. A very good song on here that is just another, it's like, I'm gonna be my own person, I'm gonna be my own boss, is BYOB, which stands for a multitude of things based off the chorus, but the main purpose is be your own boss. This song features Ritz, and come to find out from the Brain Sick issue video that is on the internet, ISO had met Ritz at a show that they had in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, and he handed him Welcome to the Insanity plea. Ritz listened to it and loved it and handed it off to Tech Nine, and the rest is history. He ended up being on Bad Juju, and Tech Nine loves this dude. He's currently on tour with this man. That is amazing that one person's word of mouth, because of their respect, just takes you miles, stars away from where you were before. It's amazing. Song after that is called I Won't Quit, which features Tech Nine and a band called Awaiting Eli. Now, I don't know the band, but I would honestly like to look into them because their instrumentation on the record is utterly amazing. If ISO had composed this record and told them to go at it as if it was like this, if that's their interpretation of it, hats off to them. They did amazing. Guitars, bass, drums, everything. Hands down, amazing. Come to find out in this record, it also is a big message about not wanting to give up on that one thing that you need that'll keep you from slipping into the mental abyss. And ISO basically starts off by saying that, have you added up to here? You wanted to quit drinking, but went ahead and grabbed a couple beers. It's really hard hitting in the very beginning, because although it is a very simple set of lines, it still hits home. There are people out there that are probably struggling with alcoholism at this very moment, and the second they hear that song, because they are a rap fan or they're a rock fan that wants to try and dive into something different because they just feel like it, that song might resonate with somebody and take them far enough that they will not quit. One of the main things in this song that stuck out to me, outside of the main message that he was putting off, is that Tech Nine will be leaving music in 4 years. This man's been putting out 2 albums a year for the past maybe 5 years. And that's collabos albums or his own albums. And he's constantly working. So if he puts out 8 albums, 6 albums, 7 albums, 4 albums, it doesn't matter. He's done. 4 years out. And he knows that music will be left in good hands because of his signees on Strange Music and ISO. Now, if that's a foreshadowing of ISO being signed to Strange Music, I'm totally cool with it. But if not, much like how JL was a huge affiliate with Strange Music before he got signed, I'll be totally fine with that. Because there will always be a home for ISO with that label, regardless of whether or not he signs. One of the last songs I want to cover on this record is called Keep Breathing, which, although may seem like a very simple thing to do, because when you're dealing with stresses and issues and all this crazy shit that's going on in your life, a lot of people just say, keep breathing. It may seem like a very simple thing and very redundant to say because, oh, duh, I'm gonna keep breathing anyway. Like, no shit. But that's just for you to find your coping mechanism that can help you be guided through the process to make yourself calmer and make yourself stronger as well. It's very difficult to break down that meaning for people that just hear keep breathing, because a lot of people have a lot of struggle and strife just trying to get past one thing. And sometimes it's talking to somebody. Sometimes it's talking to your family. Sometimes it's talking to a psychiatrist or a therapist. Sometimes it's just talking to a friend. Other times it's just finding the right person that speaks the words that hit your soul. That is exactly what ISO wants to do with this record. Now, one last thing I want to say before I end this. ISO has 20 songs on this record. It felt like I was watching a movie inside of his mind. With that being said, he has started a campaign called My Mental Health Matters, and he is selling shirts currently on the Tech Nine Planet Tour that he is on right now. And if that says anything about his character, knowing that he wants to let everyone know that what they're going through is totally relatable, and he gets where they're coming from. Everybody's story is different, but the pain still hurts the same. Your mental health matters just as much as it does anybody else's. I highly recommend this album. I know I said it in the beginning, but I'll say it again. I highly recommend this album. Don't sleep on it. This album deserves every bit of your attention. Lyrically, it's insane. Beat-wise, it is phenomenal. Message is just, the message in it is so powerful. It lets you know the different angles that a person with a mental illness can go in a matter of seconds. With that being said, my name is Ethan, otherwise known as Two-Face. This is my show Claws. I believe we're on episode 34 now, and that is utterly amazing. I am very happy and I feel very blessed to have listened to this record. I will be reviewing a surprise record next Friday. Not really sure what I'm going to do just yet, but I don't think it's going to be as strong as this one. There will not be another album like this to come out this year. There just won't be. But every artist will have a message to give on their albums. And I'm going to be here for it. I hope you guys will be here for it too. Thank you to the fans that are subscribed to the channel. Thank you to the people that come across the videos by happenstance. You guys make this amazing. Every single video I've uploaded has gotten some kind of love or some kind of hate. Doesn't matter. I still do it because I enjoy the music and I enjoy putting my opinion out there. For the people that like it, good. I'll see you guys next Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Keep breathing. Peace.